And first, the highlights. Lagos State Government opens new ferry route from Ijede to Lagos Island. Federal Government directs Vice Chancellors to submit lecturers' promotion arrears details. On the foreign scene, United States President Donald Trump threatens BBC with $1 billion legal action over speech edit. And in sport, Gabon head coach expressed readiness to face Super Eagles in 2026 FIFA World Cup playoffs. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Government, through the Lagos Ferry Services (LAG Ferry), has launched a new ferry route connecting Ijede in Ikorodu to major commercial hubs on Lagos Island, including Victoria Island, Falomo, CMS, and Ibuteru. The new route is part of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's drive to strengthen safe, reliable, and efficient water transport across the state. Managing Director of LAG Ferry, Abdulbaki Ladibalogun, described the initiative as a major milestone in expanding water transport accessibility to the Ikorodu axis and improving interconnectivity with key business districts on the island. He noted that all ferries plying the route are fully equipped with modern safety gear, manned by experienced crew members and maintained to the highest operational standards, while passengers on board are also covered by comprehensive insurance. It would interest you to know that the ferry departs Ijede for Victoria Island, Falomo, CMS, and Ibuteru at 7 a.m. daily, while return trips from the island to Ijede takes place between 4:15 and 5:30 p.m. Commuters are encouraged to use the carry card for cashless payment once regular operations resume. The Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education has organized a one-day cybersecurity awareness training for mid-level staff members in recognition of the critical role they play in protecting sensitive information and preventing data breaches in today's digital age. The training covered key areas including password management, email safety, social engineering, data protection, network security, incident response and reporting, towards equipping members of staff with the knowledge and skills needed to prevent cyber threats. This initiative, which is not one-off, aims at preventing phishing attacks, reducing human errors, and ensuring compliance with data protection regulations, ultimately enhancing the security of the ministry's systems and data. The Lagos State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board has announced 7.9 million naira as the fare for the 2026 Hajj exercise. This is just as it announced December 5 as the deadline for all intending pilgrims to complete their payments. Secretary of the board, Abdulhakeem Ajomagbiri, said the reduction in the 2026 Hajj fare was in line with the announcement made by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, after a review of the fares as directed by the presidency. Ajomagbiri emphasized the need for prompt and complete payment, saying the new policies of the Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, which prioritizes early planning, documentation, and visa processing, make strict adherence to the December 5 deadline a necessity. He urged intending pilgrims who have made part payment to immediately pay the balance, while those who had paid above the 7.9 million naira are assured of the refund after necessary reconciliation by the Accounts Department. The Nigerian Army 6th Division says its troops have arrested 14 suspected oil thieves and seized more than 20,000 litres of stolen petroleum products in the Niger Delta. Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations, 6th Division, Jonah Danjuma, who made this known, said the soldiers also dismantled 14 illegal oil refining sites during a 2-week operation across identified flashpoints in the region. Danjuma said the raids carried out between October 20 and November 9 yielded remarkable gains, adding that the army would sustain its offensive against oil theft in collaboration with other security agencies. Now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Ministry of Education has written to the Vice Chancellors of Federal Universities through the National Universities Commission (NUC), demanding detailed figures for outstanding promotion arrears, salaries and third-party deductions, and pension arrears. The directive was contained in a memo signed by the Deputy Director, Universities in the Ministry, John Akpa. Akpa said this move followed an announcement by the Ministry of Education, or by the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, that 2.3 billion naira had been released for the payment of outstanding promotion arrears owed to lecturers. He also said the information is required to furnish the Nigerian University Pension Management Company with the necessary details to facilitate payment. Universities were instructed to prepare the data in a tabular Excel format and submit both hard and soft copies to the Office of the Executive Secretary of the NUC. The House of Representatives has commenced a sweeping investigation into the management of over $4.6 billion in health sector grants received by Nigeria. These grants are from the Global Fund and the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, between 2021 and 2025. The inquiry, led by the House Committee on Infectious Diseases, seeks to determine how $2.8 billion from the Global Fund and $1.8 billion from USAID, both aimed at combating HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. Speaking at the inauguration of the investigative hearing in Abuja, Committee Chairman Amobi Oga said the probe was necessary to promote transparency and ensure that international aid targeting Nigeria's health challenges delivers tangible results. Oga said the exercise was designed to scrutinize how these funds were applied, noting that about 90% of Nigeria's disease control programs are financed by foreign partners. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress (APC) has saluted President Bola Tinubu for once again proving why he remains the most credible defender of Nigeria's democracy. The Lagos APC, in a statement signed by its spokesman Sheye Oladejo, while referring to the Anambra gubernatorial election, says President Tinubu has elevated his democratic credentials to a level the opposition can neither match nor comprehend, by maintaining absolute neutrality, encouraging transparency, and refusing to interfere. The party also commends the new leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for what it described as a bold, refreshing, and promising new dawn. In out of foreign news, United States President Donald Trump has threatened the BBC with $1 billion legal action over the editing of his speech in a documentary. In a letter to the corporation, the president's legal team demands BBC immediately retract the Panorama program by 14th November, calling it false and defamatory. It comes as BBC Chair Samir Shah apologized for an error of judgment over the edit and said the BBC was considering how to respond to President Donald Trump. It will be recalled that BBC Director General Tim Davie and CEO of News, Deborah Turness, resigned on Sunday night after a leaked memo criticized a 2024 Panorama program about the US president. The memo, written by ex-BBC advisor Michael Prescott, said the program put two parts of President Donald Trump's speech together, so he appeared to explicitly encourage the Capitol Hill riots of January 2021. And our sports head coach of the Panthers of Gabon, Thierry Moyoma, says his team is battle ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup playoffs with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The West Africans are looking to qualify for the Global Soccer Fiesta for the first time. The Panthers have impressed so far in the qualifiers, losing once in 10 games. Mayoma declared that the team will keep pushing to achieve its objective. Gabon will face the Super Eagles in the semi-final of the playoffs. And that is the news at 10. Just before we go, do not park at or near a road crossing. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on the My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed and inaugurated Ikoyi network of roads, McDonald Road and Latif Jakande Roads, Milverton Road and Thompson Avenue in Ikoyi, Etiosa local government? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government, through the Lagos Ferry Services, LAG Ferry, has launched a new ferry route connecting Ijede in Ikorodu to major commercial hubs on Lagos Island, including Victoria Island, Falomo, CMS, and Ibuteru. The Federal Ministry of Education has written to the Vice Chancellors of Federal Universities through the National Universities Commission (NUC), demanding detailed figures for outstanding promotion arrears, salaries and third-party deductions, and pension arrears. We also told you that United States President Donald Trump has threatened the BBC with $1 billion legal action over the editing of his speech in a documentary. And in sport, head coach of the Panthers of Gabon, Thierry Moyoma, said his team is battle ready for the 2026 FIFA World Cup playoffs with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluboroku. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.